Good morning. Welcome to day 2 of my Pokemon adventure in Japan. I had a friend tell me that it's better to have multiple angles because it makes you seem more professional. It makes you seem like you have a team. Different angles. What the heck? Look at this professional production company. Multiple people filming. No, it's just me. I'm a one-man show here. I am in Japan for 3 weeks and I am going to be making a whole bunch of videos. So the goal of this trip is to reconnect with people that I left. I left Japan on March 26th, 2020. And it was a weird way to leave the country. I didn't feel like I got to say goodbye to people. So this is a trip to reconnect with some of those people, but it's also a trip for the channel. I'm going to be making a bunch of videos. I've got some shorts videos planned, and I've got about 6 longer form videos planned. So the first of my longer form videos, other than the video that you probably saw last week, which was my first day in Osaka, this is the second day in Osaka, and I got up way too early because I'm just too excited and nothing's open. So I'm just in a park right now. So my first video that's going to be coming out next week is going to be trying to collect the original 151 Pokemon. I'm challenging myself to collect as many of the 151 Pokemon as I can, put them in a binder, and if I can't, then they're going out to you. Somebody is going to win if I cannot complete the 151. There's not going to be many rules to this one because it's my first time doing a challenge like this. I'm just going to try and see if I can do it. We're going to do the original 151, put them all in a binder. I'm very excited. There's a water display happening right beside the camera, so I'm gonna go grab the camera right now. Welcome to my second day in Osaka. After grabbing the essential morning snacks, I jumped on a train from Namba towards Umeda, where I'll be visiting the second Osaka Pokemon Center. I'll also be stopping by one of my favorite shops called Mandarake. From there we'll be heading to the New World Shinsekai and to the shop you all know and love, Book Off. There's a ton of Pokemon in today's video, so make sure to hit that like button and keep watching until the end. It's time to make some friends. Making new friends. Ohayou gozaimasu. Hello. How are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah? Good. I'm making YouTube videos.
Oh, YouTube.
Yeah, YouTuber. Here.
Yeah.
There's my card.
Oh,
Yes.
Waninoko.
Yeah, Waninoko.
Pokemon.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. It's very small. Chisai. Yeah.
でも6000人おる。
いいよ。Yeah.
すげえ。
Yay! Thank you for subscribing. I'm filming right now. Do you guys want to be video?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Hey, what's up? Making new friends in Japan. Woohoo! What better way to start my day than with going to another Pokemon Center? Pokemon Center, Osaka. This is different from the one we went to last time. This Pokemon Center was located on the 13th floor of the Daimaru building. Starting off my day like usual with Pokemon. This is the first Pokemon Center I ever went to. I came to Japan 6 years ago now, and I spent 2 weeks here. And I came right from Melbourne, and this is the very first one I went to. So I have very strong feelings about this one. I'm very connected to it. A lot of the stuff that I have and still use is from this shop. There's a bunch of things that I use, like the thing to hold my passport and other stuff, other Pokemon Go accessories that I had. So it's very cool to be back here and seeing everything and being able to film it. Look at this! This is brand new. I've never seen this before. I guess it's opened up in the last few years. It's a Nintendo store. We're gonna go have to look at the Nintendo store after Pokemon. This store is so much bigger than the Pokemon Osaka GX store, or whatever it's called. The one I went to in one of the previous videos. This one is so much bigger. Oh, the Koraidon is new. Look at this. See, when I was here 6 years ago, this would not have even been a Pokemon yet. Wow, bursting through the wall. I guess this is one of the mascots for this center now. I feel like there's so much more variety in this Pokemon Center. Being bigger, they have so many more things. Not only do they seem to have like every single plush, but I've seen a whole bunch of stuff, stickers and things that I didn't see in the last one. I'm really hoping that they'll have some pins or something like that. I'm still looking for my Pokemon pins. All this Halloween merch. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. Pokemon Center Osaka exclusive pins. These are definitely new from last time because Koraidon was not even a Pokemon at that time. So that is super cool to add to my collection. Love it. This store has such a more massive selection of sleeves than the last shop. Holy cow, this whole thing is sleeves and deck boxes. Let's take a look at some of them. So these are things that we will not see over in English. The Pokemon Center does get some of them every once in a while, but just look at these. Look at the Graveyard, the Mona. Wait, is that a Mona? What's her name? Amazing. Look at these. Phenomenal. I'm gonna have to pick up some sleeves. People were saying they apparently had some leftover Worlds playmats and some other Worlds deck boxes and stuff. I haven't seen any yet, but these are some of the playmats that they have here. Look at the Rayquaza and Dragonite. Oh, and then the trio. Lovely. I'm gonna see if I can find any of the World stuff. No luck on the World stuff, but they did have tons of plushies. It is fun watching these videos back now and just remembering I'm tall, because I'm filming these videos from like my head level. This store has the absolute biggest selection of plushies I've seen. It's this whole back wall. I love it. This is exactly the same as when I came here 6 years ago, this wall. This is where I found a lot of my Totodiles that I have. I've got a whole bunch of Totodiles now. I haven't seen a Totodile yet, actually. Let's see if we can find one. I've come to the conclusion that Totodile, Croconaw, and Feraligatr are just too popular. They're too popular, and that's why I've seen zero. It's funny, I said in the last video how I used to collect patches, but now I collect pins, but look at some of these patches. How gorgeous are those? And then they've got a whole bunch of little ones, like little ones you could just sew onto your shirt or onto something. They're phenomenal too. Look at that Groudon and Lugia. I love it. They're nano blocks. Oh wow, they have plushies of the new Paradox Forms. Look at these. I actually love those. That's so cute. And then of course they have the trio here. Wow. Oh, and then there. Look at that. Cutie.
I like turtle.
Alright, I'm going to check out. I've got the one thing I wanted, which is the exclusive Pokemon pin for the Pokemon Center Osaka. And that's it. That's all I got here. There was a little promotion for the Pokemon Cafe at the other Pokemon Center and the electronic games like usual. Now, they used to have pins in these gachapons, and I tried to collect as many as I could because they had exclusive ones to areas. But it doesn't look like they have them anymore. There was another set of gachapons over there, but I didn't see them there either, so yeah. It was so lovely visiting this Pokemon Center again, and I highly recommend going. Onwards from the Pokemon Center to lunch. I cannot express how much I love Ichiran. Ichiran is a chain ramen restaurant across Japan where you get your own individual little cubby where you are served your meal from a person behind the screen. As you can see, I have an egg, I have some seaweed that they've given me, and I've got my ramen, which they serve to you. They say some nice words, and then they give you a little bow. It is absolutely incredible. It is isolated. It is a salaryman's meal, and you have it nice and quick, and it was so delicious, and I had Ichiran so much on this journey. Here we have Mandarake. Mandarake is a secondhand shop that has a whole variety of nerdy, cool things. They've got figures, they've got cards, they have everything you could want as a nerd. They're in a whole bunch of different towns across Japan, so if you are going, look up Mandarake, and it is phenomenal. They had such a range of different cards. They had vintage all the way up to modern, and they had a whole bunch in the middle, and then they had things that I'd never even seen before. And that's one of my favorite parts about going to these shops, is that they have cards that maybe the regular card shops won't have just because they don't value them as much. I ended up picking up these two Feraligatrs, which I'd been seeing for like $20, $30, $40. I got them for 600 yen each. That's $6 each, and they're absolutely fantastic. I jumped on a train down to Shinsekai, which is south of where I'm staying. Shinsekai is the new world. Shinsekai was built in 1912, where the northern half is supposed to represent Paris, and the southern half was modeled after Coney Island in New York. So right in the center is a big old Eiffel Tower, which you'll see in just a moment.
So it's called Osaka Shinsekai. There's the tower. It's very cool to go to, and there's lots of fun stuff around there to check out. On my way to some more card shops, I ended up walking through the park just south of there, and I finally found Osaka Sea Labo, and unfortunately Sea Labo didn't let me film and there wasn't very much in there, but there was a book off right by there. So I went into this book off and they were loaded with cards. Now you have to check out what I found. It's absolutely incredible, and this is why you go through the bulk bins. This is exactly the kind of thing we're looking for. So at these secondhand shops, there's these like 30-cent bins. And when we go through them, we can see that there's some shine. And most of these I don't care about, things like that. The Champ, I'll absolutely take that. Things like these. But then look at what I just saw. No way. Art rares for 30 cents. Now, they might not be an absolutely perfect edition, but for giveaways, for kids, like, these are incredible. They're still so good. And look at them. Look at those for 30 cents, absolutely. Let's see if there's anything else. Ogre Pawn, always a nice little shiny one. That's another thing I just like to get. Just anything that has a good like texture and shine to it. Kids love that. Might as well just give them out. I did get a lot of these the other day, but is that more shiny there? See, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes when you just like look at it like this, but sometimes if they're grouping it together, you can just see the shine there. So I'm going to start looking for some more, see if I can find some more incredibly good goodies.
I just realized that I was so focused on those cards that I didn't even turn on my microphone. So you probably could hear that last bit just fine, I hope, probably. I'll find out when I go to edit it. So this book off was great. This is in Shinsekai. And now I'm just going to go for a little walk and see what else I can find and then head on back.
I was looking up other places to check out and realized that there was a book off that wasn't too far from where I was. So I walked for a little bit, jumped on the bus, and found this book off. Now, this one was just a little bit further away from all of the popular areas. And I'm sure glad I went because this place was absolutely loaded.
So you know how I said this was the type of store I'd spend an hour in? I did. I spent an hour in there searching through all the bulk bins, searching through all the bits, and I finally got a card that I wanted to add to my collection for a long time. When I lived in Japan, I collected band cards, and I finally get to add this beautiful card to my collection. So hopefully I can get it graded. I have the others at 9s right now. So I have the Misty's Tears, I've got the band Koga's Trap, and one of the other band cards. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's a bit a long couple days, but I'm super excited to add this one to my collection, and we'll see about finding another one. Maybe we can get one graded. Hopefully it comes back in 9. I can add that to my 9s. So this book off right here, fantastic. I'm so glad I went to it.
I made my way back towards Namba and towards food. I needed some good food for the night.
Welcome to the end of day 2. I am at a takoyaki restaurant. I figured I'm in Osaka, I have to get some takoyaki. Takoyaki is a octopus ball, basically like a batter with octopus and then a bunch of other random stuff on it. It's absolutely delicious. It's something extremely Japanese and very much from Osaka. I've had a great 2 days already. I've had an absolutely incredible 2 days. I was a little bit worried about spending all of my time going to card shops and to secondhand stores, but I'm realizing that it's brought me to some new places, which is phenomenal because I've been to Osaka 6-7 times, and this brought me to areas that I've never been before, and they're not areas that tourists really go. And so you get kids looking at you in funny ways again. Yes, I am very tall and I've got a beard and I've got a belly, and that's why a lot of Japanese people look at me. But it is fun going back out to these places because what you've seen in the last 2 days, a lot of it has been what the world kind of sees Japan as. Super modern, super high-tech, bright lights. But I'm really excited to show you another side of Japan. The side of Japan where I lived, in Gifu, and in the small parts of the country, where everything's just kind of gray. The buildings are gray, the roads are gray, the cars are all black, white, and gray. And then you just get the most beautiful people, the most beautiful food, the most kind, lovely folks. So I'm really excited to show you guys that as well. I'm so excited to get my takoyaki. I think it's coming right now. Let's go.
失礼いたします。お待たせしました。こちら大たこ入りたこ焼きになります。こちらソース、マヨネーズ、青のり、カツオになっております。お好みでおかけください。ごゆっくりどうぞ。
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've made it this far, congratulations. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'd love you to leave me a comment down below, either feedback or your comments on where you would like to go in Osaka or in Japan. I currently have 2 other full-length videos up, including my first day in Osaka and a full tour of the other Pokemon Center. So if you want to go check those out, click on my name and go find those videos. Itadakimasu. Before I go, here's a quick peek at the next video where I head to Nagoya and visit with friends that I haven't seen in over 4 years. We go on adventures, we eat good food, and we find more Pokemon cards. Let's go!